Hello there. Now I have numerous knockoff transformers. Most only have minor QC issues. Some are Infinite Transformations MP Megatron, whose parts constantly fall off. Specifically, these legs. These pins somehow fall out. Oh god. And I only have one KO, whose QC is so bad I believe it's actually a factory defect, because the vehicle mode is forever incomplete. And that is Baiwei TW-1025, the Wasp Warrior High Octane Color Scheme version. Now this is a bit of a heads up, this guy right here is actually an oversized SS-49. So for you scale nuts, him and their regular version are too big next to Ironhide and Optimus. Don't mind the fact that my Optimus is a bit evil. Now, back to the figure itself, and what jumped out to me when I first handled this guy was the plastic quality. I expected it to feel different as the KO, but the plastic felt cheaper compared to two other KO bots I got from Baiwei, which was the Ironhide and Optimus that I showed earlier. It's mostly the backpack where the plastic quality felt a bit iffy. That and these felt really loose for some reason. Everything else is sort of alright. Most of the joints are tight enough. And another thing was the yellow plastic not matching with the painted yellow. This right over here is way darker compared to this. Now, the latter was just an observation, but the former was sort of like a pre-motion for what's to come. But before I dive into the bad stuff, I have to say I love the colors. Bumblebee going through a goth phase somehow works, and it's a shame the movie we were introduced with this color scheme be ditched it for something worse. Because the colors are just him again, and B's design, especially the head unmasked, it was just ugly. Speaking of the head sculpt, it doesn't look like a malnourished robot with smaller than expected eyes. That is a complaint I have for all the other Studio Series Bumblebees, the original ones. Because, my god, there are like 5, 6 of them? Or the Baiwei's one at least. That's a lot. Anyways, accessories. He has included 2 alternate faces. We got masked up and battle damage. I don't know why you want to put a battle damage one mask but sliced. But hey, options. Just simply rip his face out and just plug it in, and there you go. I also say the mask one feels a bit off for some reason, so I like to just display him like this. Got nice eyes as well. He also has his blaster, which plugs into the arms, sort of. It doesn't tab in any way, but hey, at least it doesn't fall out. Unlike the other accessory, which is this hammer right over here from the last night. Side note, my copy has these weird lines right over here that embedded into the plastic itself. I don't know what it is, but I'm a bit worried about them. And also, this is the shape of the Autobot insignia. Because due to copyright reasons, this can't actually be the Autobot insignia. I like to imagine the cons have an imprint of the Autobot logo after B smacks them with it. Ain't that fun, eh? His weapon stash complements his posability, if you can get him to hold it. Openable hands are nice. They give the option to have the bot be more expressive, but only if you can tap the weapon into the hand. Also, while trying to pose him, the angles like to give out a lot. So I can really only have him be standing like this and not be dynamic in any way, which isn't fun. But the worst has yet to come, and it's all because of the legs, because they are slightly lower than they should be. I'd say the conversion was not fun. Unfolding the doors and front wheels are some of my main problems with it, because sometimes the doors have a tendency to get caught on this part right over here and subsequently pop out. It's also maneuvering everything, especially the legs. I don't enjoy it. Like, some conversions I think are a bit weird, like Ironhide right over here, you can see with his toes, but I thought his transformation was actually interesting and something that I like to do again and again. This I don't want to do again and again. And the final product, I would have loved this vehicle if my copy's legs were just a bit higher, because I can't actually tap it all in, and that annoys me a lot. So I can't really enjoy this car with great colors to its fullest potential. There's also the fact that it doesn't roll well at all because of these things. I really don't know how to compress these things in. Move the hands in? Does this help out? No, it's still scratching the floor. I will try and see if I can fix it in any way, but this is really terrible quality control, which is why I believe this is an outlier. Now, there are also some other stuff that I need to mention, which includes the blaster being able to attach to the back. You can see with these two ports right over here, just plug it in and there you go. This feels like a last minute addition. It's useless. Also, the tail lights are painted yellow instead of red. And the Chevy badge is still here, considering the fact that Baiwei is afraid of Hasbro's cease and desist and not GM cease and desist. Compared to the leg issues and the transformation, these aren't bad. My copy is probably an extreme outlier, so what I've experienced is very, very unlikely to happen to yours. But I am still disappointed with this guy. So much so, I have not bothered to transform and instead have Nitro Zeus, the guy you killed in the last night, stand on top of him in a victorious stance and have Ironhide look at him in disappointment, which is basically just me. But my displeasure with this guy are not only for the major QC problem I have, but also because the first time I ordered this guy on Shopee, this guy and him together, he was out of stock. Not that guy, this guy. But it didn't say that on the guy's store on Shopee. So we tried to order it again, but the seller blocked my mom's account from buying anything from their store because of that. Really? Tried a different store, but also out of stock. Third time's the charm though, as we finally got our order through. But the box was badly beaten up and my copy has horrible QC. Seriously, my box was really dented. Sometimes you can get a bad batch even if the stuff you previously bought from the company was in good shape. Which is why I warn people who buy knockoffs. Sometimes you can get terrible shit. I would still recommend him, because like I mentioned, this guy here is most likely a rare occurrence, and every other review I have watched of this guy, they're all good. They didn't have that defect that I have, so it's probably fine. I hope you're lucky with your purchase, and I'll see you in another video.